Hi, welcome to the Twins of Media Live talk show. We are your hosts, Trisha
and Tasha.
It's Friday.
Feel Good Friday. What they feel Friday.
All the Fridays. So if you have a particular Friday, go ahead and drop that in the comments and let us know how you're feeling on this Friday.
Yes. Well, we have a really great show today. We have, for our guest today is a relationship columnist and host, Tahanee. She will be speaking with us about mental health because the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes, very important. But before we bring on our guest, we have a freebie. We love giving things away. And today's giveaway is sponsored by Negris, LeBrum. I do hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, just chalk it up to one semester of French class in junior high school.
Okay.
So we have partnered with this fashion brand to provide a gift certificate valued at $100, where one winner will be able to shop the spring 2021 collection. So that's awesome, right?
Awesome. And then do we get the word?
And the word for today's giveaway to drop in the comment is ironically French.
French. All right, guys.
Information about the fashion brand, you guys can go ahead and visit www.negrislebrum.com, and we'll also drop it in the comments as well. And speaking of giveaways, last week's giveaway winner, drum roll, is.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I kind of missed that cue.
She missed a cue, guys.
Yeah, I was looking at the paper, but no, it's Abby Moncour, and she is the winner of a gift card for the vegan plant-based food brand, Plant Junkie. So yay, Abby Moncour, you are last week's giveaway winner.
And we'll tag her in the comments as well to let her know that she has won some salad dressing.
Yeah, cool.
So get your salad on.
There's some really great healthy products there.
Yeah.
Like we just mentioned, we have our guest, relationship columnist, author, host, Tahanee. Again, she's speaking with us this part of the hour about mental health in time for the month of May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month. Let's welcome Tahanee to the show. Hello, Tahanee.
Hello.
Hey, how are you this Friday?
Yes, thank God it's Friday, and thank you so much for having me, ladies. I'm so excited to be on this platform. You two look absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you. So do you. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As we mentioned, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and you being a relationship columnist, can you shed more light on this topic during this time?
Absolutely. A lot of times in relationships, we really don't know the people that we're getting involved with, and mental illness has been overlooked for so many years. I think that now it's really being acknowledged and coming to the forefront because of the celebrities who have committed suicide, and just because people are now really acknowledging, the fact that it's okay, to have certain situations you can't handle on your own, and to seek therapy outside of, speaking to a relative or a friend. But when it comes to relationships, a lot of times we tend to take things personal. If our spouse does something that hurts our feelings or does something that we feel is disrespectful, but we don't take into consideration that that person may be suffering from an underlying, mental illness that they haven't been able to really address, or maybe even ourselves. Maybe we can't come to grips with understanding that maybe we too are suffering from something that has traumatized us from our childhood that can eventually lead to mental health issues. Like, you can hear some people say that I've been diagnosed with bipolar or, post-traumatic stress disorder. All of these things derive from, sometimes it's hereditary, sometimes it's in the genetics, sometimes it's just situations that occur that can have that effect on our mental. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah, well said. And you mentioned celebrities. Now, they're more vocal these days. There's Taraji P. Henson, there's Gabrielle Union, and Meghan Markle. Why do you think these celebrities are more vocal today than prior years? What is that about?
I think because now it's something that people are really looking into and really taking serious, especially when you have these children who are online doing these crazy things like committing suicide while on live. So why not have these celebrities who have this platform speak up? Because by speaking up, they may be able to save the life of some of these children who feel that ending their lives is just the only way out. You know, so I think that, and I really commend these celebrities for stepping up, because the more celebrities that step up, the more people will become outspoken about it. More celebrities will come to the forefront and say, hey, you know what? I suffered too. And then, you know, being able to, you know, reach people who look up to them. You know, children look up to celebrities, adults look up to celebrities. And unfortunately, we live in a world where people go by trend, you know. Everything is trend. If your favorite artist does it, you know, I'm going to do it. But it's a positive thing. So if this is something positive that's going to help save a life and have a person, you know, really sit down and look at themselves and acknowledge the fact that maybe there is something going on with me that I don't quite understand. And if maybe I see a therapist, I can work on that and eventually be better and eventually choose a proper partner in the future who, you know, I'm not involved in these toxic relationships.
Yes.
You know more about yourself, you know?
Yes. That is so true. Like breaking the cycles. And I also think that with the celebrities, not to just like really focus on them, but because of the large platforms, it also makes it relatable as well. Would you agree? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also, Tahanee, I'm sorry. Does it come from the information you provide? Does it come from personal experience, whether it be your personal experience or a loved one, family member, or friend? Does a lot of what you pour in and do for mental health come from a personal experience? Oh, we lost the volume.
Oh, we lost the volume. So we're gonna wait for her. Yeah, the volume. So we're going to wait for her to adjust that. And you guys, while we're waiting for that, go ahead and weigh in on what we have been talking about thus far as it relates to mental illness and the challenges that many people face. And like Tasha said earlier in the broadcast, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And we have seen a spike in that in the pandemic. And so, you know, just being watchful and careful of those who are dealing with mental health issues going on right now. So she's trying to adjust her, you guys just hold tight. She's trying to adjust her volume. So we just want you guys to weigh in on the topic.
Yes, definitely weigh in on the topic. And then we have some comments that we'll read in the meantime. And Nicole D. Brown says, congratulations, Abby Moncourt. That was the giveaway that we mentioned just earlier at the start of the show. And then Abby says, she's tagged some people, I'm assuming, on this important topic of mental health for Mental Health Awareness Month. And thank you all for tuning in and joining the Twins of Media Live this evening. I was going to say this afternoon, but this evening.
This evening.
It's evening time, right?
Yes, it's rainy day. So yeah, while we're waiting for our guest to reconnect her volume, yeah, we still can't hear you. And these things happen. You know, we're still in the pandemic. And
we're talking about a really good topic. So we're not going to let volume
control. We're not going to let volume do that. So she's going to probably
this important topic.
Try to link back in. But again, like we said, in the meantime, you guys go ahead and weigh in on the conversation thus far and the questions that we've already spoken to the guest about as it pertains to mental health. And if you don't mind, you guys can even share your own mental health journey with us without giving too much away, because we want you guys also make sure that you're keeping your business to yourself as well.
It's whatever you feel comfortable with, but it is an important enough topic to talk about, because for so long it was keeping it to ourselves and hiding how we feel. And it's very important for us for now to be able to say, hey, I'm going through a particular thing, I need help. And for all of us to pay attention to the signs.
Yeah. And so we're going to jump into, okay, hold on.
Let's see if we, Tahanee?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yay, we got you.
Perfect.
We're
Okay.
like, we're
I'm
not
sorry
stopping
about
this
that.
conversation. Okay, so we were asking, does a lot of what you do, does it come from a personal experience for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been in therapy since I was 16. So, you know, I went through a very, very traumatic experience. My cousin passed away. I always share this story. She was 19, I was 16. She was like my best friend. I looked at her as being a second mother. So, unfortunately, she passed away. And, you know, through her death, I was able to experience my gift, you know, for writing. But at the same time, it really took a toll on me because, I mean, I was supposed to spend my birthday with her, my 16th birthday, and she died a week prior to my 16th birthday. So I spent that birthday burying my favorite cousin.
Wow. Oh.
Okay, we seem to have lost sound again from the guest, and we're going to, yeah, we're not able to hear you any longer.
Adjusting.
Yeah, so we're going to just go ahead and just jump to we're going to just go ahead and just jump to the next topic while we're waiting for her to reconnect her sound. She doesn't know that we cannot hear her right now.
Yes. So, yes, but she gave a lot of good information beforehand. So whatever it is that you heard so far on the broadcast, it's enough to kind of make you aware of the things that we have to do for ourselves, for self-care, and for our loved ones as well.
Yeah, and I do want to say, and I'm pretty sure she's saying a mouthful right now. And so the enemy is not going to win today because mental health is a very important topic. Okay, it's a very important topic. And yeah, we still can't. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to toggle her. Okay, yeah, toggle her off. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so mental health is a very important topic. And so, you know, sometimes those technical things happen, but, you know, we got enough information today to keep the conversation going on the show and then also in the comments as well.
And guests like Tahanee, we would love to have back at different times because throughout different experiences that happen to us, you know, these type of guests are really great for keeping us informed about mental health for Mental Health Awareness Month. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to jump into some hot topics.
All right. Hot topics. Let's see. We have Ariana Grande. She said "I do" what, a few days ago to her husband. Let's see, what is his name here? I am drawing a blank. It's Dalton Gomez. She's married her now husband Dalton Gomez in her home in Montecito, California. Some days ago, it was actually a surprise, small, intimate wedding. So yeah, congratulations. She's 27 years old. Congratulations, Ariana.
Yeah, congratulations to her and her new husband. Yeah. And that fits the mold of you know, the whole pandemic of people still having their weddings and getting married even without letting the pandemic stop them from their bliss. Yes. So congratulations again to her and her new husband, and we wish them well.
Yes, and actually that's what really started happening in the pandemic, is that people started having these really small, intimate weddings. And of course, during the pandemic, people were just by themselves, standing before each other. And I mean, I'm pretty sure those type of members you really remember.
Yeah, there are all types of stories of people in the pandemic. Mike Epps was just recently on Jimmy Kimmel. And of course, you know, you guys, he's on the Upshaws right now.
Yeah.
Streaming on Netflix. I think it's
Number two.
Yes.
It's number 2 for the show, but overall, I think it was like #1 for something else. They have categories. So
they have a top 10.
Yeah.
So he was on Jimmy Kimmel, and he said in the pandemic he bought like 4 cars.
What?
So needless to say, his wife, she said, people are getting back out there. You need to get rid of the cars.
Okay.
And so he's having to get rid of the. He asked
why did he buy 4 cars?
I'm just trying to keep himself busy. So if anybody needs a Bronco, I think he said a white Bronco. Just hit him up on Instagram or whatever, and just let him know that you are indeed interested in buying a
So I figured, was he taking each car and riding around to different places?
I don't know who buys 4 cars.
Maybe it was impulse buying, right?
Who buys 4 cars in the pandemic when you're not going anywhere?
Yeah, so guys, if you had any kind of impulse buying habits during that time that you, did you?
Well, everybody did.
Yeah.
Amazon, I think, was like our our next door neighbor, so to speak.
Yeah, next door neighbor, so to speak. Yeah, I think let's see if we can have Tahanee. Let's see if
the third time is the charm.
Third time's the charm.
Okay, can you guys see me now? I hope.
No, we're fine. We can hear your voice just fine. Thank you for joining us, so we can.
Yes, I had to come. Is it too dark, guys? Is it dark?
Yeah, you can just open the blinds up just a little bit so that we can see some light on you as we are. Yeah.
Let me see if I can try if this ring light works a bit.
Yeah, those ring lights they work wonders.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work. Yes, we're gonna make it work today.
I am so sorry, but we got a message to get out.
Yes, we sure do. And the enemy knows that. He's trying to do everything to stop it, but he has no power. So we're gonna keep going.
And we have such a wonderful audience that they're patient. Yes.
Yeah, they're patient.
Thank you guys. Thank you, audience.
Is that okay, guys? I feel like it's a little dark.
We're gonna work with it.
Yeah.
We're gonna work with it.
The message is what matters. So
And
you were speaking on Tahanee, personal experience. Like a lot of what you do, was it from personal experience?
A lot of it was from personal experience. I actually had to really look deep down inside of myself and really, admit to the things that were truly bothering me. And I had to really seek therapy, because without therapy and without praying to God, I would have remained in that rut. And I was told a lot of times, when I told a lot of my friends, well, I'm in therapy, they kind of like look down upon it. Black people don't go see therapists, that's only for white people and stuff like that. And then that's why these problems continue on and on and on, in families. And it just becomes like a generational kind of curse, to speak, because you're told, you're not supposed to speak to a therapist. If you feel some type of way, you go to mom, you go to dad, you go to your siblings. And of course, you want to share certain things with them, but people are human and people can throw things up in your face. And really, if you're looking to heal, that's not helping, because the plan is to move forward. But when you're telling people who are close to you very, secretive things about yourself, and then they're throwing it back up in your face, you can't really grow. You know what I'm saying? It's still holding on to the past.
Definitely.
And they call that judgment. And I find it really interesting that those individuals that throw it back in our face or have the most to say are oftentimes the same person, if that makes sense. It's like you spoke on generational. So generational curses, or however way you want to mention it. Oftentimes the reason why it's recognizable, because that person, it's like a mirror in front of your face. And so until that cycle is broken, then the healing, it cannot begin unless the cycle is broken.
Yes, definitely.
That's right.
And and you spoke about this just momentarily, as far as people who have childhood trauma or any type of trauma. Is a lot of times it may not manifest at that particular time, but we may be a situation away from that trigger point. And so for anybody that's gone through some type of trauma, and they may not realize they have, if we notice these things, what advice do you have for us that maybe notice someone is acting a little different mentally?
So for people who have gone through childhood drama and don't realize it, a lot of times with the childhood drama, it's kind of like, once again, it's one of those generational things, and I speak about it in my book. And the main thing I'm going to talk about would be the molestation. You have family members who molest family members, and you can bring it to someone's attention, and because it's just so normal now, it's just brushed under the rug, or it's kind of like, look, it happened to me, you see how I turned out, you'll get over it. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't understand why later on in life you're in these relationships with these men who do nothing but use you, abuse you mentally, physically, emotionally. But when you did try to speak on it before, because you know right from wrong when you're a child, but if you don't have that foundation and that support from the guardian or your parent, then it's kind of hard to maneuver your way through life, you know, growing up and meeting different individuals. And like I said earlier, it doesn't necessarily have to be someone who you're involved with, you know, intimately. It could just be in a friendship. You know, people get abused by so-called best friends all of the time, you know, and that right there plays, I mean, that plays a huge, huge, huge fact on what, you know, what you become and who you surround yourself with in life. I mean, it just has a domino effect, even when it's in the workplace, excuse me. You know, there's people who are abused by their supervisors. There are people who are bullied in the office. So all of these things play a major role. Or in mental illness. I know people who are out of work right now because of a toxic work environment.
Yes. And I think, Tahanee, you know, a lot of us didn't realize that, you know, earlier on we associated abuse with a family member, a loved one, and like you just touched on it, it can be a workplace, it could be a best friend, it can be whomever we interact with where that abuse happens. And, you know, you start to realize, you start to think that peace and protecting your mental wellness comes with how you're treated overall, like what type of environment you're in, and whatever that environment you're in, if you're safe and peaceful in it. I think it's kind of like the messages that we get now as we're older. And but really good information.
Yeah, and speaking of peace, as Tasha just spoke a little bit about, as we wrap up Mental Health Awareness Month, how can someone speak to that peace they desire in their life, but they're unwilling to let go of that hurt and pain that they have become accustomed to? They don't want to feel that way or be that way, but they've kind of settled there, but they still want that peace in their life. How do they speak to that to move forward?
God, creating that link with God. I mean, if you don't have that link with God, then pretty much you can't expect anything really good to happen. That's the first step. Because once you can have that relationship with God and be transparent, because he knows and sees everything anyway. So who are you fooling? You know, so once you have that link, that conversation with God, and once you can say to God, you know what, I know I've gone through this situation. I know that there are things that I can do to improve myself. Help show me the way. Have it, you know, where I'm able to forgive those who have hurt me, but most importantly, forgive myself. Because without that link, you'll never be able to accomplish anything with God's blessings that's positive, you know.
And that's what we hope. I would say pray for those who have yet to realize that for themselves, that God is that starting point. He's all the points. And I pray for those individuals who have yet to realize that, because I believe that's why the healing process is taking longer or has not taken place in the first place.
That's right. You said it. And another thing too, I think that people put too much emphasis on individuals. I always say this all the time. Instead of people, you know, going to the creator, they try to make their spouse, their friends, their God. They're worshiping these people and hoping that these people can give them the answers. And a lot of times these are the people who have victimized them. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for these people to say, I'm sorry, I apologize. And you're not, sometimes you just won't get it. You're not going to get what you're looking for until you seek that with God.
Yeah, so happy that you're speaking about that, because a lot of people, well, not a lot, some people are afraid to even mention the name God. And like I said earlier, it starts with him, and he's all the points as far as healing is concerned. So thank you for speaking about that.
Yes, and Tahanee, I'm going to say that again so I can make sure I said it right. I think Nicole Brown was like Tahanee, so I think I was putting a he in there. So I've got you, Nicole. All right.
Hey, Nicole, my publicist.
Tahanee, we like to ask our guests from time to time, when is the last time you laughed out loud? You know, we type it a lot. We put it in text messaging or we do direct messaging with the LOL. But in real time, when is the last time you laughed out loud?
Which is also good for mental health as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh. And you know what, guys? I want to say this too before I answer that question. You know what's great for mental health? I don't know if you can see, but I do a lot of vision boards. That
yeah.
right there, it helps me so much. It's like a canvas where I could just put down everything and, you know, not be judged, not have to worry about, you know, what someone's going to say about it. I mean, the vision board is just, it's just so, oh my gosh, it's so therapeutic. I did
Yeah, it's very therapeutic.
But
yes.
The last time I laughed out loud was when was it? It was yesterday. And I think it was my sister said something crazy. Well, first of all, I have 4 sisters. I'm the eldest of 4. And I was talking to one of them. And then somehow she merged the other one in. And I'm like, I don't think I invited her on a call. You know, and we joke around.
That sounds like me. That sounds exactly like me.
And we laughed about it. And she got a little attitude at first, but then she laughed too. But that's like the last time I laughed out loud. But I laugh a lot. Like I am someone who loves to joke around because I feel like happiness that's some form of peace. When you can laugh about things and not take things serious, it's a form of peace. The only thing you have to be I would say guarded and really pay attention to are the people who are always the Debbie Downers, the ones who always have something to say, the ones who, you know, don't seem to find what's funny in it and always trying to nitpick. And those are the people you want to stay away from.
Always trying to drain everything out of you. Right. So before we go, give us 3 things that someone can do to help their journey with mental health. I know we spoke about laughter, laughing out loud. You know, give us 3 things that someone can do to start today on their journey to better mental health.
Yes.
I would definitely say, well, you know, I guess it would be natural for me to say poetry. Write down all of your, right? I mean, and some people may say, well, I'm not a great writer. I don't know how to write. You know how to write. That right. Get rid of those negative thoughts. Let's start with positive affirmations. I have positive affirmations all around my I don't even know what you want to call this, like my little, you know, sacred place. But I have so many affirmations. Every morning I listen to affirmations. After I pray, I listen to affirmations. In the daytime, I listen to my headphones, affirmations. I'm writing down, scripting right before I go to sleep, all of the positive things about myself that I love. And I like to speak as if these things have already occurred. Like if I'm feeling some type of way, or if I was diagnosed with bipolar, I would say something like, I'm so happy and grateful that I do not have bipolar. I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. Every day I'm living my dream. Constantly feed yourself these positive things. Stay away from the internet. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people, you know, love Instagram and stuff, but until you're right with yourself and comfortable with yourself, you have to stay away from these things because you're going to start to feel like you aren't as good or aren't as attractive as these women, and the people who they're displaying are these beauties and, you know, the standard of what beauty is supposed to be. Put the phones down, take some time out, get your regular pen and paper, take it back to the old school days and write yourself a letter. And you know what else too? Write to the persons or the people who you feel may have, you know, had a part in you becoming, you know, depressed and carrying on that mental illness. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that you can do. But like I stressed before, prayer is the first thing. So, you know, step by step, try to stay away from these reality TV shows. I know a lot of women like those shows, but really we have to be honest, ladies. Those shows can be very, 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 I don't even know if I want to use the word influential, but those words, I mean, those shows can really play on a person's mind who isn't there all the way, you know, who looks at that life as being glamorous. You know, they want to live the basketball wives' lives, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to be right with you first. And you have to be the type of person that had that shield up who cannot be easily influenced. You can't.
We also like to think that in moderation. So we like to laugh and all that stuff, but in moderation,
There
do
you
all
go.
those things. When social media is too much, unplug from that. And like you said, pick up a book or pick up a pencil and a paper. I like to exercise, do crossword puzzles. So whatever works for you, of course, first and foremost, pray and read God's word. That centers you, So we thank you for that information that you just gave us.
Thank you, Tahanee. Thank you so much for being a part of the Twins of Media Live. We would like to invite you back for another segment in the future. And yes, a lot of great information, and we know that our audience enjoyed this as well. So you all could continue to comment after.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yes, comment after and let us know how you enjoyed today's talk. And you have a lovely rest of your day. And
thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Have a peaceful Friday.
Peaceful Friday.
Thank you, ladies.
You're so welcome.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Such great information.
Yes, such great information. I love the fact that, she just made it plain and simple and very down to earth. And we don't need to fancy things up when it comes to mental health. And I watched something, was it Oprah on Ellen, I think this week, and she was talking about we are all on the spectrum, and that is mental health. And I totally agree with that, because it could be a job loss, a family loss, any type of thing that disrupts our life the way that we know it, that will probably take us over the edge and change the way that we are feeling.
And I really believe more so now people realize we're on that spectrum than before, because years ago people figured, you had to have gone through something really horrible for it to affect your mental state. And a lot of times we don't realize that there are certain things that trigger trauma in our lives, and it could be the smallest to the biggest, but it still impacted us at some point.
Right. So if you guys, keep the conversation going in the comments and thereafter in the replay. Such a very important topic to discuss, not only today, but all days, because we can always do something to improve our mental health. And let's be a little bit more kinder to one another and not be so judgmental as people are going through their own journey and struggles.
Yes, indeed. And thank you. We have Omar, Betty. I mean, these names, guys, I'm trying to I can laugh at myself, because I was like, Tahanee, I think I was saying Tahini. So I can always laugh at myself with people's names. But thank you so much, Omar, for joining us. And again, Abby, for your comments, and Nicole Brown, and everyone else that's watching the Twins of Media Live. Thank you so much. And again, we hope you enjoyed today's talk, today's interview.
Right. And so we had a second guest that was supposed to come on today, but they were not able to. Other duties called. That's called life as well. And so we're going to talk a bit about what they were going to talk about on the show. And it's in relation to the comedian Paul Mooney, who we all know passed away on
Wednesday. He passed away in Oakland, California, from a heart attack.
79 years old.
79 years old. And Paul Mooney, he wrote for Richard Pryor. He was on the Dave Chappelle show, very instrumental in Living Color, both a comedian and an actor. And so this memory comes from Ari Godfrey Woods. She's also an Oakland resident. And, we know her because of the Bay Area. So, but she writes, Paul was kind, approachable, and considerate. He was also vulgar, provocative, and dismissive when he wanted to be. He stayed close to Oakland, and I don't know why, but the folks he loved, he loved. I realized that he loved the Woods family, which is her family. When my husband died and he showed up to the funeral, he looked at me and said, bleep, people die, girl. Let me buy you a drink. And that was the last time I saw him. But she's been knowing him for years, and so she has a lot of great memories. But I want to share. She's been knowing since she's 18 years old. 18 years old. And that's a memory from Ari Godfrey Woods for Paul Mooney. And then also people on social media. We have some celebrities on social media, such as Ava DuVernay, who also gave her condolences to Paul Mooney. She called him a comedy giant. And then also we had Viola Davis as well. And she says, all rest in peace. And she says, pour down some laughter here, we need it. So yes, lots of good tributes. Like again, he was very influential in the world of comedy.
Right. And what was so touching about what you just read was that the personal touch to that.
Yes.
Not only do we know the individual, but the individual knew him as well. Connection. And he's going to be well missed. And so condolences to his family and comforting thoughts and prayers always.
And thank you, Ari, for sharing that.
Yeah,
Thank
you so much.
Yes.
And that memory. Oakland, California.
Oakland, California.
Lots of memories.
Lots of memories, yes.
Lots of good things come out of Oakland, right?
A lot of talented people.
A lot of smart people
have come and are still
talented, smart,
still coming out of Oakland. So lots of people, lots of names that we can mention.
Right?
We'll be here all day.
Did we mention that we were raised in Oakland? I think
I
think they know that. Right?
On previous lives,
they know that.
You know,
yes.
we're Bay Area girls at heart. So
so there's that connection as well.
There's our connection. Friends reunion.
So back to the hot topics.
Yes, Friends reunion streaming on. What is it? HBOMax, right?
On May 27th.
Yes. So let's see. We have Ross, Rachel, Monica, Chandler, Joey. How you doing? And Phoebe are all together again, streaming again on HBOMax, May 27th.
Yes. And so let us know if you guys are excited about Friends reunion. It's not a show.
Yeah, it's a reunion, guys.
Yeah, I just want to talk about. I guess the series and the journey and their friendships on and off the set. Who was your favorite Friends character? Go ahead and put that in the comments. They were all so talented. Can you just pick one? I don't think you can just pick one.
It was an ensemble cast that they all gelled and worked really great.
The chemistry was just wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually I read an article for I'm drawing a blank. Phoebe's character, Lisa Kudrow in real life, right?
Her character was Phoebe Buffet.
Yeah, Phoebe, but Lisa Kudrow in real life replied to a comment saying that the Friends cast was not diversified, and she answered back. This was 1994. She says, "True. If the show happened today in this day and age, it would definitely not contain an all-white cast."
Wow,
so
interesting.
That's very interesting. Her response.
And we're talking about her next, and we mentioned her. We talked about mental health awareness. I always thought Gabrielle Union could have really held her own on the show. She has that quirky, fun, comedic thing about her. So I think she would have really gelled with the Friends cast. What do you guys think? That Gabby could have held her own on the show?
Yeah. And then actually, Aisha Tyler, right?
Yeah.
She actually joined later on in the later seasons as Ross'
girlfriend. And Gabrielle also did an episode.
Okay, I'll go back and research. You guys remember that episode? You guys
Google that and let us know.
Give us that information on that. But speaking of Gabrielle Union, she was on the Tamron Hall show on yesterday, correct?
Yes, on Thursday with her and her husband, Dwayne Wade. And congratulations to him. He just, I think, bought some ownership into the Phoenix Suns?
Oh, I heard something about a basketball.
No, I'm sorry, the Utah Jazz.
Yes, Utah Jazz. Yes.
I don't want you sports people coming from me. Utah Jazz. But they were on Tamron Hall yesterday, and she spoke about the reason why she does her Woman Crush Wednesdays every week on Instagram. And basically, it's to uplift other women. Wow. She basically said that more than one person can get the shine. Wow. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah. I'm all for it.
All for it. She said the same thing too. It helps her.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with it. And then she also mentioned that someone told her that some of the Women Crush Wednesdays people don't even like her. And my question,
that's powerful in itself.
My question to you all is, how do you handle being kind to someone who may not like you?
Yeah. And are giving a compliment to someone who, and you may not hear it back because they don't like you.
Yeah.
So, but what I like about Gabrielle Union and her doing her Women Crush Wednesday and maybe people not responding is the fact that she's free in it.
Yeah.
She's able to say, hey, this is where I am in my life.
Yeah. She's freeing herself.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with uplifting other women, other people, and giving compliments because it actually does help you.
Yeah, it does. And then maybe one of these days, the people that don't like her or like whomever is doing the same thing as Gabrielle Union, they'll come around because they'll begin to see themselves and say, well, wait a minute, is this really necessary for me to act this way? Especially if it's for no reason at all.
I know I have to sometimes be kind to people who may not like me sometimes for no reasons.
Oh, sorry, did I say that?
Yeah. But you know, I think everybody experiences that.
Yeah.
So you just have to do it for yourself, and you just let God touch the individual. Yeah.
Because we know in this life that everybody is not going to like you. Yeah. Everyone is not going to agree with you, but you have to be well within yourself to say, the reason why I'm doing this is because I know I'm supposed to do it, and feel good about it. Feel good about doing what you do. Yeah.
Right. So we have some new mommy news. No, it's not either one of us. No.
Negative. Negative. Supermodel Naomi Campbell is a new mom.
Congratulations to her.
I think she shared the news this week on Tuesday via Instagram. And it was a photo. We don't have it here, but it was a photo of her with the baby's hands or feet. I'm trying to figure out which it was.
I said baby or babies?
Baby.
Okay.
Baby.
Does she have twins?
No, baby. At the time, details of the birth were not disclosed, but congratulations to Naomi Campbell with a new mom. And actually, she's one of the birthdays that we'll mention later. She's a birthday coming up. So new baby, upcoming birthday. She's pretty busy.
So you guys, tell us what you think about Miss Naomi becoming a new mom. It's never too late. You know, like you said, we don't know the details. Don't need to. It's her business. But she she's 51 now. So.
Yeah, she'll be 51 on Saturday. On May 22nd, and she joins the ranks of the mothers that are 50 plus, because you know Janet Jackson and a few other moms are in that little club, if you can call it.
Yeah, when she had her son, and Tamron Hall was 49. So she had baby Moses.
Yeah. So it's given a lot of women over the age of 40, 45 hope that motherhood still can be very much possible in their life if they want it. If they want it. Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about, is there anything streaming on Netflix, Hulu? Does Hulu stream, or you just watch the shows the day after?
It streams, guys. Does Hulu stream? And then they've got Netflix constantly, Amazon Prime, but I don't know what's new that is streaming. You guys can chime in, but I do know that there was news for television and Blackish. It was announced that Blackish will end with this upcoming 8th season will be the last one, right?
Yeah, we spoke about This Is Us last week. Yeah, so Blackish, which is one of my favorites. Yeah. And so 8 seasons it will.
Yeah. So the upcoming
season 8.
Yes, season 8, and then Mixedish, which was the spinoff. There was also Grownish, and then there was
that's still in free form, and then you can catch it the day after on Hulu.
Yeah, but Mixedish, tongue tied.
Canceled after 2 seasons.
Yeah, after 2 seasons. So we're sorry to see that go both shows to see it. But people are also they want girlfriends. Not so much a reunion. They want the show to come back.
Wow. Are they petitioning for that?
I don't know. They've been talking about it for years, but I believe the game is coming back.
Okay, so this will be the third time. We're gonna have to talk to Pooch Hall again about that.
I'm not sure. He may be a part of it. I'm looking. I know.
So they were on the CW when it first came out, the game.
Yeah.
And then they got canceled, I believe, and then the fans petitioned, and they came back on BT.
Wendy Raquel, is it Raquel?
Yeah, did a few more seasons, and so this will be the third time a charm.
Hosea Sanchez. So those two I know are on board.
I wonder if Tia Murray.
To see, guys,
you can't have the game without Derwin and Melody.
I know that was like a staple.
Yeah, I want to see if med school finished medical school.
Finished medical school. Right, and definitely. But so supposedly, the game is coming back, and now they want the show Girlfriends to come back as well. But we're sorry to hear that Blackish and Mixedish is leaving the network soon. Well, Mixedish is already gone, but
So tell us how you feel about that in the comments, and what shows or reboots would you like to see happening on TV or your streaming services?
Yes, and hey, it's birthday time. If you guys are celebrating a birthday this week or this coming weekend, let us know so that we can shout out to you happiest birthday. But in the meantime, we'll tell you what celebrity birthdays that we have here. Let's see, who do we have here? Taj Mowry.
Just talked about his sister.
Yes, Taj Mowry celebrated a birthday on May 17th. And the actor is 35 years old. And then on May 18th, actress and host Tina Fey is 51. And then we have on May 20th, Busta Rhymes, the rapper, turned 49 years old. And we just talked about the supermodel Naomi Campbell with her new baby. She turns 51 years old on tomorrow, May 22nd.
Yeah, you have it. If you guys are, like Tasha said, celebrating a birthday alongside these people, go ahead and drop that in the comments for someone that you know, so shout them out.
Yes, happy birthday.
And if you just hopped on later to the broadcast, maybe you were probably still working, driving from work, or cooking your dinner early, we talked about a giveaway, which is sponsored by Negris, LeBrum. And I said earlier, if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, just chalk it up to the one semester I had a French class at Westlake Junior High School in Oakland, California.
Back to name the school. But yes, a $100 gift card, right? $100 gift card. One winner will be able to shop the spring 2020 collection. You'll need to put in the word French to be entered into the giveaway.
Right.
Simple.
Spring 2021. I think she's still in spring 2020.
Did I say 2020? Oh, I meant spring 2021. Thank you.
Let's get out of the pandemic.
Yes, thank you for that. I thought I said 2021, but hey, it happens, right?
Yeah, we're going to drop the website link also in the comments as well. And I think just in case the winner or y'all missed the winner of last week's giveaway, go ahead and just mention the name again. I'll do a drum roll again for the second time. That winner is
Abby Moncour is the winner from last week's giveaway. She wins a gift certificate from the plant-based company
Plant Junkie.
So again, congratulations to last week's winner. And we'll go ahead and message all the details after the show.
And I forgot to mention, sorry guys, for the $100 gift certificate giveaway, the word for that is French.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I just mentioned that.
Oh, you did? It's Friday.
We can play off each other.
Right.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to take an extra nap today.
I didn't. But yeah. And
or I wanted to, I should have.
Yeah. So,
as you guys can now tell, I should have taken a nap.
You guys enjoy naps too? They're really good. I went to bed the other night really early, if anybody's interested, and I slept all the way through. I guess my body was extremely tired.
Right. Your body lets you know. God lets you know.
It was the best sleep, guys, I had in such a really long time. So I really enjoyed it.
But man, you know those really good naps.
Yeah.
Sunday after church. Sunday after church, after brunch, after like a snack,
after food.
That's a good nap. That's a good nap. That's a really good nap.
I have to try it this Sunday.
So if you guys agree, go ahead and put that in the comments. Or when is your favorite time to nap, if you nap at all? I think naps are really beneficial.
Naps are really beneficial.
It kind of refreshes you and helps you to kind of rejuvenate.
Now, it doesn't help, guys, if you are grumpy when you wake up from a nap, because what's the purpose of a nap if you wake up grumpy?
That means you have issues.
You need to go back to sleep.
That means you have some issues.
Yeah, because
you have to work
sometimes
out.
people wake up grumpy from naps.
That's some issues that you got to work out.
I
don't know, but
so hopefully, guys, you guys don't wake up grumpy from a nap. And Landria Jordan says the Upshaws on Netflix is a great watch. It really is. It's a really good show. And
Landria, I didn't know. I don't know if I was ready for all the cursing on there, but you know, hey, you can't really, I can't really pick and choose.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, Kim Fields is cursing. Tootie is cursing.
I think the show they really go into like the realism of family dynamics. Wanda Sykes, guys, is hilarious. I am loving Wanda Sykes, but Wanda Sykes, Mike Epps, Kim Fields.
But I think you mentioned that because Mike Epps, when he was on Jimmy Kimmel last night again, he mentioned that was, he brought the show to Wanda Sykes, and that was the idea, to have that old school sitcom feel to it.
It does.
I think you did mention
it
like
does.
Yeah, good times, what's happening.
Yeah.
So he wanted that old school, because I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
Because,
I kind of picked up on that.
Gabrielle Union's character, I said, what?
She's very 80ish.
What decade? What decade is? It's like 80, kind of maybe going to 90s.
Yeah.
What decade is her wardrobe?
And the storylines, because you have the
the garage, the
baby mama.
Yeah.
She's quite, and her name is Tasha.
Yeah. I find that really interesting, because we always talk about that sometimes, guys,
but Tasha kind of made a come up, because I used to want my name to be Natasha instead of LaTasha, because every Tasha or LaTasha was on Ricky Lake at some point.
Oh, they had issues.
Yeah. So,
and I always find that Trishas are they're of different races and things like that.
But I've been noticing a lot of shows have been using the name Tasha even think the ABC pilot Black Don't Crack, Tisha Campbell's character is named Tasha.
Oh.
So hey guys,
You know what I noticed?
Tasha's matter, right?
You know what I noticed as well? That Kim Field's character's name on the show is Regina, and her name on
I thought about that too.
Living Single was
Yeah,
Regine.
Regine,
But her
yeah.
mother on Living Single called her Regina.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she tried to be like, you know, bougie about it.
I
and she
thought about
called
that
herself
too. I'm like,
Regine.
she must really like that name.
I think she likes
Yeah.
that extra connection to
Yes, and something. And then actually was one of the episodes, I'm not going to give away the spoiler. She did a part where she got frustrated with her family, and that's all that I'm giving you guys.
Yeah, don't give
And
any spoilers.
it was so reminiscent of her mom when she played on Good Times. And she got in that elevator. She had to
Apple
leave.
don't fall far
It's
from
not
the
that
tree.
extreme, guys, but the way that she was acting, I'm like, that's Chip Fields. That's Chip Fields. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, so it does it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
chip off the old block.
Chip off the block. I can get it.
I can just stand up.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the Twins of Media Live. Crystal B. Edwards says, headed out to the store. We'll replay your show when I get home. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
for-
Crystal. We appreciate the
Yeah.
support.
Yeah, go to the store and get all those goodies and cook something for dinner.
Yeah, what are
right?
you cooking? We may
And
want
now
to
that-
come over for dinner.
Yeah, now that she mentioned store, what's on the menu for this evening, going into the weekend? What's on the plates, guys?
I have no idea what's on the menu. So hopefully my husband has
Okay.
because I have no idea what's on
Yeah.
the menu.
I've been loving plant-based.
Yeah, you can
frankfurters.
send your
Yes.
dishes on Facebook. I
Yeah.
didn't know if you were trying to get your Aisha Curry and Tia
Yeah.
Murray thing on and
Yeah.
Tabitha Brown. If you got, do you have a
Sure.
show you're gonna bring out as far as cooking around?
Sharon is caring.
Sharon's caring.
But no, plant-based frankfurters, hot dogs, whatever you want to call it, but it's plant-based. And I was never really a hot dog person. Every now and again, I would eat it when I ate meat back in the day. But it's if you're craving that sausage or some kind of frankfurter, this is really good. I don't have the brand in front. Well, actually, it's I can't think of the brand right now, but I'll put it in the comments later.
Yeah, do that.
And then put it in the comments later. But it was really good with the vegan cheese, and you can put your onions or bell peppers, whatever you desire. Just kind of dress it up the way that you want to.
Yeah, I've been doing
yeah.
my get country for a minute, grits and toast with strawberry
Grits,
jam.
stick to your hips.
Yes,
Whoa.
I've been doing that all week long. Been craving that and doing that all week with a vegan sausage.
Okay.
So yes, really scrumptious with my light orange juice or cranberry juice or a juice of my choice.
Field roast. I thought about it now. The brand is called Field Roast. And Landria says plant-based chicken tenders.
Ooh, what type of sauce are you going to use with that? We're really into the sauces and stuff.
Yeah. This bracket on my bracelet keeps cutting into my jaw. So sorry, I keep going like this.
And we're both having the same issue because I've shared with you guys that I recently got clear braces. So I'm still trying to get used to it. Sometimes I was talking to my oldest son the other day. He's looking at me like, what in the world? I know she's speaking, but what is she saying?
Yeah, this wire
What is she
keeps getting
saying,
stuck here. So I'm like, okay. But plant-based chicken tenders sounds really good. You all let us know what's on the menu for this evening, going into the weekend. What you guys cooking? We're just nosy what's on your plates, right?
Right. All right. Well, that wraps up another
Yeah.
show for this week. We thank you guys so much for always tuning in to the Twins of Media Live talk show with the twins, Trisha
and Tasha.
And so we don't take that lightly. We so appreciate it. We welcome you guys to come back each and every week as we bring on guests, celebrity guests, entrepreneur guests, and talk about lifestyle topics. And so you don't miss an episode, go ahead and hit your notifications so that you don't miss us next Friday. And then also go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch up on the videos at BSM Media Group.
And also you can go to the content portion of today's live. We have all of the information there, the website, the Instagram, and again, the YouTube. So, hey, and then we also have where you can get the latest copy of the May-June issue of BSM Magazine. We'll just show that momentarily before we end today's show. Again, we have it in the content where you can go ahead and get your copy with the cover girl, Essence Atkins.
Head over to bsmandmedia.com for that. And more importantly, share. Sharing is caring. So if you guys like this broadcast and all the broadcasts that we bring you, go ahead and let somebody know and share that so they can join and watch as well.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until next time, you know what it is. Talk soon, guys.
Love you.
All right. Love you.